Just a brief notification. My page isn't getting that many views and only like 1 minute of views on the actual movie. So I'm probably going to stop doing this. I'm sure I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask clients that want to maybe do an interview to do an interview. So maybe that'll work. Otherwise, the page is going to last maybe till the end of June at the most. Okay. I'm going to talk about dogs. I've had several cases where, and just the other night I was doing a session and there was a little dog. People ask me if I'm concerned about dogs. I just tell them as long as they don't bite, I'm good. Okay. Hey, they can bite me. I'll sue them and get a lot of money. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I've had a lot of cases. This goes to the point that I've made that there's a lot more going on in this world than what we know or what we sometimes want to accept. And animals are very sensitive to that. Cats are not as much as dogs. I get many more dogs, like they'll be looking around. A couple of cases. I was doing a party, actually my very first party, and I've spoke about this before. I was really nervous, the first time I ever did this, okay? So I get there and I close my eyes a lot when I do a session because I don't want to be, I don't want to see your faces. Maybe it might give me some kind of false message. So I can see the black and white, faded black and white movie a little clearer. So I'm doing a party and I'm nailing it. So the woman whose house was, the party was at, she says, "Oh, I'll put the dog away." And everybody starts yelling, "No, no, leave the dog." I open my eyes, like, what's going on? And they're like, "Don't you see what's going on with this dog?" I said, "No." Well, every time somebody in that room was about to get messages, that dog would go and sit in front of that person. And every once in a while, he'd sit right in front of me and he'd look up, like over my shoulder. Crazy, okay? I know he was seeing some of the souls that were around. Another case, I guess several, where the dogs, another case, let me start there. The dog was yapping on the phone. It was a phone session. Yapping, but it didn't bother me, okay? So the woman says, "I'm going to try and quiet it." I said, "Leave the dog, he's okay." As soon as her father came through, the dog stopped barking. And the father was entertaining the dog that came through, okay? When we were done, the father told me, "I'm going to go back and play with the dog." And I told my client, "Your father's going to go play with the dog again." Nothing happened. The dog was quiet. So I said to my client, "You're going to make a liar out of me?" All of a sudden, the dog started barking again. Now, the other night, and this is what made me decide to do this video. The other night, there was a little, I don't know what kind, small little dog, okay? I don't know the breed. And that dog was all over me, wanting me to pet it, licking me, and jumping up. And the homeowner said, "This dog doesn't like men, especially doesn't like men to pet him." Yeah, he was trying to get all my attention. And every once in a while, he'd be staring off into that direction. And once in a while, staring over my shoulder. And then wanting to be petted again. And I knew that that was my client's father playing, because I did ask her. I said, "Did your father know this dog before he passed?" I know I should know that, but they don't get into minutia with me. They get into bigger issues, okay? And she said, "Yes, he was a puppy. He didn't know him for long." She said, "But he was a dog person." And that's when I knew that their father was there playing with that dog, bringing that dog. That dog liked what I was doing, liked the fact that I was bringing the souls in. So yeah, there's a lot more that goes on, and you got to believe. And that'll happen to you too. I get things happening around this house. I've talked about that. Other people get things around. Don't stick your head in the sand. Be ready for anything. Don't overdo it though. Don't think everything's a sign, because no, that's not true. They don't take the form of the animal like the birds, like they use cardinals a lot. They bring them to us. But you've got to believe there's so much more that we don't see, we might not be aware of, that's around us to protect us, to look over us. And we don't have all the answers, but you got to believe, enjoy your life, and help. But you know what? It just clicked. if you believe in this stuff, it gives you more joy, gives you some clarity, it relaxes you. When you know there's more to life, and these people, our family usually, and friends, not just family, come to us, that gives us comfort. That lets us know that they're still here. Even though it's not in the same physical realm, they're still here. All right, guys, listen. Always remain hopeful, never hopeless. Always be optimistic, never pessimistic. And follow, share this video, like this video, and I'll let you know when I'm going to do my last one. But if anybody that has been a client wants to meet, I'm looking into how I can talk to people from other states now on YouTube, and I'm going to get a few people that are here locally, do interviews. Maybe that'll help my my viewing. Okay, guys, have a great day. Today is Mother's Day. Enjoy Mother's Day. Even though your mother might not be here in the physical realm, you can bet she's around you. Bye for now.